Hi everyone, and welcome back to Jarissa Explains. I'm Marissa.
And I'm Jamie. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are discussing Google Earth images.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing you 5 Google Earth images that are just, crazy and weird and out there. Yeah. And we thought these might grab your attention as much as they grabbed ours.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned. The first Google Earth image we are going to be discussing is the island. This Google Earth image may seem like an ordinary island, but is actually very unique. The island is located in a lake that is on an island in a lake that is on an island.
What?
This sounds more confusing than it actually is. The little island resides in a crater lake on Volcano Island. Volcano Island can be found in Lake Taal on the Philippine island of Luzon.
So it's a lake.
Yeah, it's this one right here. It's
so we're talking about
it's
the middle.
in the middle right there.
So there's a lake in the little island in the lake that's on an island.
There's like a dot, like a little tiny island in that little lake, in that island, that little island in that bigger lake that's on this island. Yeah.
Wow. Huh. Now, can people go to that lake?
Yes, they can visit there.
Wow. That's interesting.
All right.
Earth is so cool, like how things just kind of form like that. Because I'm sure that island like formed within the lake,
Yeah, it's volcanoes.
Yeah.
Volcanoes erupt and then the material lands on top of each other within it sometimes. It'll make a new little island, then water fills up around there, making an island. So this just happened to happen over and over on itself,
Yeah,
it's just it's just one of those wonderful, weird things of nature. They just are.
Yeah. I like that.
Moving on to the next one.
The next image we're going to talk about is called the Boneyard. This image may look like a diorama of miniature planes, but it is actually a Google Earth image of the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in Tucson, Arizona. Named the Boneyard, this Air Force Base is where the U.S. military retires their planes. The Boneyard spans 2,600 acres and is a final resting spot for most military planes flown since World War II. The base is restricted to the public, but anyone interested in a ground view of the Boneyard can see pieces of it in the music video of Tom Petty's Learning to Fly. Oh my gosh, wow.
Yeah, no, look at all those planes.
It just almost doesn't even look real. It looks like little game pieces or something.
Exactly. Look like, kid neatly stacked up all of his little airplane toys. But no, that's a full-scale view, and they're just sitting there, rotting away, falling apart. It's restricted to the public, but if you were to watch the Learning to Fly music video by Tom Petty, you can see that they're playing around the old planes and everything.
Okay.
So, on to the next one. The next Google Earth image that we're going to be looking at is called Hamad. This looks like someone wrote their name in the sand, and it is, just done on a much larger scale. A member of Abu Dhabi's ruling family named Hamad bin Hamdan Al Nahyan decided to have his name carved into the sands of Al Futasi Island. The billionaire sheikh owns the island in the Persian Gulf and wanted his name to be seen from space. The name is 2 miles long with half a mile tall borders that keep water from eroding the sand. Wow,
that's pretty neat. I mean,
it looks like wasting money on a grand scale to me.
Well, yeah, it is.
But yeah, see, they dug it into the sea.
Yeah, I see that. So it's water, half of it's water.
And with the tides, the water rolls in and out through this and moves through this lettering to the end.
And you said the borders of it are half a mile tall?
Tall, yeah. So
that's insane.
Yeah.
That's
so
really
it keeps
tall.
all the water from eroding all the sand around there, so that it's really tall on the sides and it's 2 miles long.
I guess that is pointless. What's the point?
I mean, he owns the island and he's just filthy rich. It was like,
why not?
Why not? I'm gonna carve my name into this sand. All right, Hamad, you did it. We see it. Yeah. That's your name, buddy.
So if anybody flies over it, they just see that and then, I don't know.
Moving on to the next one.
The next one we're going to talk about is the pentagram. At first glance, this Google Earth image looks like a giant evil symbol used for devil worship.
Little boy, you're going to hell. Set my birds for watching the buzz and nothing's in your tail. You ain't going back to see the land hell.
But it is, in fact, just a coincidence. Isolated in a corner of Kazakhstan in Central Asia, This pentagram is actually the outline of a park in the shape of a star. The pentagram is located on the Upper Tobol Reservoir and is roughly 1,200 feet in diameter. That looks like a big park. Yeah?
Yeah. But I can see how somebody would think like, oh, they're really trying to conjure up the devil with that thing.
Yeah, so it's just a coincidence that
It's just a coincidence, yeah.
Wow.
Plus, a pentagram has not always had, like, the same devilish meaning to it, but it wasn't always like that.
So are these all, like, pathways, or?
I think that's what they are, is just pathways leading you around, and that was the design. It was just meant to be the design of a star.
Okay.
And then there's like an outer circle path around it, and it just made a pentagram.
That's interesting.
Right? Moving on to the next one. And the last Google Earth image we're going to be looking at today is the Colonel. Yes, that is the Colonel, but no, this Google Earth image was not taken in Kentucky. This mammoth KFC logo is a 87,000 square foot picture of Colonel Sanders and is located off Extraterrestrial Highway in Nevada. The image is a piece of a growing trend called mapvertising. Mapvertising is when enormous advertisements are constructed for the internet's viewing pleasure. A similar example of this is the world's largest Coca-Cola logo found in Chile.
So is this near Area 51 by any chance?
I would imagine so, being that it's like extraterrestrial highway. Plus, with around that area, you know, you're getting tourists and everything, so this obviously would be a tourist attraction.
From above, right?
From above, I mean, and from people just standing on the ground, you know. Be able
oh, you
to
can see it from the ground?
I mean, I would imagine you can be able to stand off to the side and just see how large it is, you know.
Did it say what it was made out of?
It's made from colored tiles, so that's pretty extensive work. But
yeah, it's
really
a great piece of art. It's just like, it's for the purpose of advertising, so it's like, kind of like,
Yeah, that concept's kind of janky. Like if you had maybe a picture from the Sistine Chapel, like maybe a little piece of that, a section of that, and they had done that in a remote area, I would find that a lot more interesting than just promoting Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Wait a second. You're telling me I flew all the way to Kentucky to get some of your fried chicken and the Colonel isn't even working today?
He did.
What?
I say he did.
Is Mr. Sanders in?
What's wrong with you? I say he did.
The Colonel!
And so you can really only see this from Google or Earth, or if you're like in a plane.
Or like, I'm sure if you were standing down there next to it, you'd be able to see the whole field full of tiles. It still is impressive. I mean,
and it's like, it looks like it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, pretty much is. It's just out in the middle of the desert, it looks like. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I don't know. Like,
that's mapvertising for you.
So you could be flying in a plane and see that, and then as soon as you get off the plane, go and get your KFC. You're like, man, I don't know why, but I'm just like so hungry for KFC.
Yeah. And a Coke.
Yeah. Alright, well that brings us to the end of today's video of crazy Google Earth images.
Yep.
We hope you enjoyed it, and give it a thumbs up if you did.
Please do, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Jarissa Explains.
Let us know what you guys thought about these in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.